Happy Friday Fun Day, everyone!
Yay!
Yay! As you can see, I have a guest with me today. Say hi.
Hi.
And we are going to be talking about our habits that help us write better and keep writing. So first, I'm going to be talking about my blogging and journaling that I do on occasion that do help me hone my craft, or at least get some words out that could be clogging up the stuff going on up here. I don't know how to put it any other way, but here goes. So I did start journaling a little bit. This is just a plain journal that my husband had lying around, and I said, hey, can I borrow this? And he said, sure, take it, I don't need it. And so that's what I used for Camp NaNoWriMo this year, and I got a few pages in, and it was helpful. This probably will become my morning pages book, and then I have another one that is more portable that I can carry around with me. I'm going to reference Joy. She was talking about bullet journaling and handwriting, and this is kind of a bullet journal. I don't really bullet journal that much, but I do keep a lot of information. I don't think you can see that with the lighting, but it is mostly checklists and things, and it's all handwriting. My handwriting does stink if I don't use it for a long time, and so maybe pen paling would help me too, Joy. I should try that more. And then more thorough bullet journaling. Another thing that I do and that I need to keep up with is my blogging. So I referenced my 2 blogs last time in the last video and put them in the description, and so that probably means that I should keep up with them. But I used to keep up with it all the time. I used to write in them every single day. Not those ones in particular. I had a live journal, and before that I had actually when I graduated college in 2001. We had dial-up at our apartment. I'd been married for about a year or so, and I needed something to do, and so one of my friends was hosting a very bare-bones journaling site called Killing Machines, and that was my very first blog, and I wrote in it every day because I had nothing else to do. And I could have written stories too, but you know, I'd just graduated college and I'd been writing papers and things like that, and so I had a lot of just random stuff to get out of my head. So I really need to get back to that again, because it really did help me actually keep my mind in order, even better than like morning pages would, because sometimes I don't have time in the morning. But if I sit down and try and just hammer out a blog post real quick about whatever I'm feeling or something, then I can get around to it. Plus the religious one helps me work out some of the questions that I've been working on, which might help other people in the future. So that's a couple of hobbies that I have. And now Ian is here to tell you about his hobby that helps him write. So he loves to write. He's actually a pretty good writer. How old are you?
11.
And he writes very well, and I'm actually kind of jealous because I think that he might write better than me, but I'm not sure. We may have to put that to the test.
Oh, definitely not.
Anyway,
I'm
so
not that level yet.
so what do you do that helps you write your stories?
Well, one thing that I like to do is just think. I just think sometimes. I go into like a brainstorm and daydream and think about things. At night, sometimes ideas usually pop out of my head. I'm like thinking, and I think up like a bunch of different ideas and stories. For example, maybe I'm doing like a sci-fi story, and maybe I could add something like this, a really cool dangerous weapon, or something like that.
What's the website that you use for your other writing ideas?
One of my other writing hobbies is a website called Pixton.
And what is Pixton?
Pixton's a site that allows you to create comics. You can get some characters, write text, make scenes, and there is a lot to do, and the community there is very kind and helpful in many ways.
So we'll put a link to the Pixton website down in the description, and we'll put a link to Ian's Pixton website down in the description so you can go check out what he has to do. Now, what is the story that you completed in Pixton? What's it called?
I once created a sci-fi war fiction sort of thing called Siren, and I finished that several months ago, and I felt like making a sequel because I felt I hadn't finished the story just yet.
So you have a sequel in the works, but what does the first one on the first page look like? Let's show them.
kind of hard to see with this lighting.
So Pixton, Pixton, and there's the first panels of his first Omega Siren installment. So we will link to that in the description if you want to go read it yourself. And then you can just check out his profile. I can put mine in there too. I've only got a few on mine, but we're going to use that more for school and things like that, because people actually use Pixton for all sorts of things. There's lots of different ways that you can use Pixton. They have Pixton for schools, they have Pixton for work, and they have Pixton for fun. And we do Pixton for fun because it gives us more options, but there's a lot that you can do with it. So Jake mentioned gaming and stories, and so we do want to play more RPGs like Amazing Tales and Pathfinder and things like that that help with math and role-playing and scene creation and character creation, and then all these other, you can integrate all sorts of things in there. But we also are going to be using this for our Choose Your Own Adventure style stories that we're going to be working on. And so it's not exactly a hobby, but I did want to shout those out because I realized, oh yeah, that's right, we were going to talk about this. This is what I mentioned in one of the videos about using twine for interactive fiction. And so those are some of our things that we do that keep us writing. Are we going to write a lot this year?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. We just went to co-op yesterday, very first day. It wasn't the first day of class, but it was the orientation day. And we're excited to start up our creative writing class. He'll be a student and I'll be an assistant. And it's going to be really fun.
You will?
Yep.
You didn't tell me that.
I thought I told you that.
No.
I did. I told him that.
Okay, well, I forgot. I have the memory of a goldfish, people. What did I just say?
He comes by it honestly. Anyway, all right, high five. See you next week. Things might be changing up, so look for an update from us. Thanks for tuning in. Give us a like if you like it. Subscribe. All those things that you say at the end of a video. The end. Bye.
And follow me on Pixton.